The news has that specialist talking about the best way to fill in the gap for the dinar and the dollar, a legal market. He's telling us the best thing for it to do this is to float. Saleh now talking, saying the CBI is the only one that can control this needed float. Frank, they're going to float your currency because with a float they can come out at a higher rate than 1-to-1. This is a reinstatement of your exchange rate. The fact that they're talking about floating all day long is because this is the next step in the monetary reform. Once they give you the new exchange rate and your new currency, seconds later your currency will start to float on international platforms. Yes, we all want to know what is the holdup of the RV, and I say there is no holdup, only time. The process must just play out. The plan of Dr. Shabibi must be executed, and there are many stumbling blocks and deviations along the way. But Iraq must and does always come back to the 2011 Dr. Shabibi plan. I know through the past articles and my CBI contact that the reinstatement will happen and has to happen if Iraq is to regain their national sovereignty. Do we need to sign an NDA at our exchange? Mark Z. I was told the need for an NDA for currencies is getting slimmer and slimmer. Floating the Iraqi dinar, a solution to fill the gap of its troubled price against the dollar. Article 2. The persistence of the dollar gap disturbs the Sudanese government's service successes. Newspaper analysis. There is no need for an NDA whatsoever, unless you were a participant in the private placements, which were concluded in 2011. The only people who otherwise hold NDAs are bank presidents, branch managers, and of course any of the three-letter agencies necessarily involved, such as the UST. The Finance Committee knows nothing about the budget tables. Al-Sudani has been holding his cards so ever close to the chest. The looks of it now is that he will not expose the 2024 schedule data until after there is an exchange rate change that will reduce the deficit. Will that be after the vote for the Speaker of the House of Representatives in the HOR and/or before extraordinary session for Sunday by the Prime Minister of Iraq, Al-Sudani? Time will tell. But, since the COM nor the HOR have yet to receive the 2024 budget schedules, we can deduce it is going to be a very tight window for events to occur. The Future Iraq Foundation for Economic Studies and Consultations reported on Saturday that the value of Chinese exports of direct goods to Iraq increased by 93% during 10 years extending from 2015 to 2024, warning that this significant increase in imports will bring the country to the stage of its inability to cover the increasing demand for foreign currency. According to a report published by the corporation today, the total value of direct Chinese exports to Iraq in 2015 amounted to $7.9 billion, while it is expected to reach the end of 2024, according to data for the first months of the current year, at a value of $15.3 billion.